Well, good morning. It is silly o'clock in the morning, and here we are at Lanseria Airport in just on the outskirts of Johannesburg. This airport serves as additional capacity for two of Africa's very busiest routes, so Johannesburg to Cape Town and Johannesburg to Durban. So from this airport you can fly on a choice of 3 airlines serving 3 or 4 cities. So you've got Cape Town, Durban and Port Elizabeth every now and then. So today we're flying on Mango Airlines, which is a subsidiary of South African Airways, on one of their Boeing 737s, ex-South African Airways, may I add. And yes, it looks like it will be a very good flight. Should be about 2 hours down to Cape Town. I do hope you join us, and as always, I hope you enjoy the video, and feel free to watch the full flight as well. Should be a really nice landing. It certainly is silly o'clock here at Lanseria Airport. The airport is located north of Johannesburg and acts as a great alternative to Johannesburg's busier or Tambo Airport. At the time of filming, 3 airlines serve Lanseria to a wide variety of destinations, including Cape Town and Durban and Cape Town and Durban and Cape Town and I do love small airports. There really is not much airside. There is a coffee shop and a small duty-free shop, but the expansion project that was taking place at the time should solve that little dilemma. A nice touch was the complimentary coffees available to passengers. Whether or not this will still be there once the expansion is complete is another question. Our aircraft today is a Boeing 737-800 series aircraft, and actually is quite an old example of one. Originally delivered in February of 2001, the aircraft was originally operated by Boeing until the aircraft was leased to South African Airways in May of 2001. The aircraft joined Mango in 2018. You can't help but love the bright livery. As Mary is again on special assistance, we were seated in 1A, but I do have some footage from the return flight, which I will incorporate into this review, so you can see all aspects of the product. The cabin is laid out in a 3-3 configuration, which is an all-economy layout. The cabin is presented really nicely, with leather seats and the complimentary bit of tissue on top of the seats. If you're sat in a standard seat, the seats offer 31 inches of pitch, which I must say is quite generous for a low-cost carrier, but if you are in row 1, the legroom is extremely limited. If anything, it's more restrictive than if you were sat further back.
Mango would like to also extend a very warm welcome to all our South African Airways codeshare and Voyager passengers.
I have to say, Mango Airlines certainly picked a great voice for their PAs. It was quite a comforting voice, really quite satisfying. You know that feeling when you step on fresh snow for the first time? His voice reminds me of that.
Enjoy this flight with us today. Should you wish to purchase food or beverages from our Mango trolleys, please hand your boarding passes to the cabin crew during the service.
Right, you lot, let's stop all this dilly-dallying and let's go to Cape Town.
For safety reasons, please ensure that your window blind is fully open. This is also a final reminder for all.
It was quite a bumpy flight to Cape Town this morning, so the seatbelt signs remained on for most of the flight. Inside the seat pocket was a safety card and an in-flight magazine. It was very interesting to see that you could pay for your flights at the supermarket, but the article about the South African aviation industry was a great read. As a low-cost carrier, Mango offers a buy-on-board service. albeit the menu was rather limited in comparison to other low-cost carriers in the world. But for an airline running average sectors of 2 hours, it was sufficient. At the time of filming, they were transitioning from cash to only card payments. It was almost like they predicted COVID-19 was happening. I did struggle to get the table out of the armrest. Now that's one fine looking table. If you're sat in the regular seat, you're treated to an advert on your table. Maybe don't tell Ryanair that this is a thing. On the return flight, I decided to partake in the service, for the purpose of showing you viewers at home. I had a chicken mayo sandwich, a Kit Kat and a juice. This came up to 79 Rand, or £3.77. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, Mary bought a bottle of water, and for some strange reason, she wanted to point out how big the bottle of water is. But at 76p, don't really know what all the fuss is about, really. There were screens that dropped down, and they played a variety of programs and adverts. There were no audio jacks, but there were subtitles, so I guess that's something. I have to say, I enjoyed my flights on Mango Airlines. Their product was extremely solid, and it was great value for money too. Their cabins were smart and comfortable, and their buy on board service was extremely good value for money as well. I also forgot to mention the crew. They were very attentive and they looked after Mary very well. That rhymed. Admittedly, I've flown on Mango Airlines before, and I've had some very good fares for last minute flights. Although for this particular trip we were flying after a bank holiday weekend in South Africa. This meant that the fares were higher than usual. Overall, our flights came up to £93.20 per person return. This fare also included luggage allowance. This wasn't a paid for ancillary. We paid extra for the seating assignments, which was included in the total price.
Do not hesitate to call upon a member of our ground staff. On behalf of Mango, we'd like to thank you for making us your choice of airline today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on board, and we look forward to seeing you on one of our flights in the near future. Thank you. Have a good onward journey.
Cape Town is one of my favourite cities in the world, and if you ever get a chance, you must come down and visit. I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of Mango Airlines. Both the outbound and the return full flights are available on the sister channel. Until next time, we'll see you soon.